News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks. Travel and airline industry groups warn this latest partial government shutdown is threatening to disrupt air travel as the busy spring break travel period approaches. TSA falls under the Homeland Security umbrella, so right now officers are working without pay. But flights may not be as impacted this time around because air traffic controllers are still getting their paychecks. Meantime, Congress is butting heads over funding as Democrats demand reforms to ICE, and some Republicans may be on board. New York Congressman Andrew Garbarino chairs the House Homeland Security Committee.
I do believe that there is room for reforms, and I believe that both the CBP and ICE, who both the leaders were in front of my committee this past week, talked about possible reforms.
It's the third shutdown in as many months. 2 years after his death, European lab tests confirm Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny was killed with a rare toxin linked to poison dart frogs. Russia hasn't commented, but leaders of at least 5 European countries argue that Russia had the means, motive, and opportunity to kill Navalny in 2024. At the time, the Kremlin claimed he died naturally. Poland's President Karol Nawrocki says it may start developing its own nuclear weapons now in light of growing threats from Russia. Poland shares borders with Russia and Ukraine and was hit by more than 20 drones back in September during a Russian airstrike. Nawrocki's comments follow talks between Germany and France over potential European nuclear defense. Just in time for tax season, the Treasury Department and IRS have released new guidance on restrictions to clean energy tax credits under President Trump's tax and spending cuts law. Bloomberg's Nathan Hager has more from Washington.
The guidance provides more details on prohibited foreign entity rules, which require clean energy developers to limit contracts and supplies from China, Russia, and other covered nations. The specific rule is related to what's called the Material Assistance Cost Ratio. Companies have to calculate it so they make sure components from those countries don't exceed a certain amount. Tax practitioners say this is one of the more complex areas in the new tax law. In Washington, I'm Nathan Hager, Bloomberg Radio.
Wall Street's paying CEOs like it's 2006. Leaders at top U.S. banks all received annual compensations of at least $40 million. That's up 17% from last year. The payouts reflect a banner year for the banking industry. The nation's top financial firms posted their biggest annual earnings since 2021. The European Central Bank is working to revamp its currency appeal. Here's Bloomberg's Ed Kalegi.
The European Central Bank is prepared to offer euro liquidity to monetary authorities from around the world, an effort to prevent market tensions and increase global use of the single currency. In a statement Saturday, the Frankfurt-based institution said it will extend repo lines to all central banks unless excluded on the grounds of, in particular, money laundering, terrorist financing, or international sanctions, adding that the changes will apply as of the third quarter. Ed Kalegi, Bloomberg Radio.
Rising coffee prices are changing how some Americans get their caffeine. According to new government data, prices were up nearly 20% in December from a year ago and up almost 50% over the last 5 years. It's forcing consumers to cut back on cafe visits, switch to cheaper brews, or give up Java altogether. Beef prices are also up 15% over the past year thanks to shrinking cattle herds. Experts say those shortages could continue till at least 2028. All smiles aboard the International Space Station today as Crew 12 arrived this morning, replacing some members of Crew 11 who had to cut their mission short over health concerns. Astronaut Jessica Meyer.
The crew up here, and it's really a testament to everything that we do. We have so many countries represented, so many backgrounds, so many disciplines, and we are so excited to be here.
Their mission will last about 9 months. And some good news for Lindsay Vonn. She says her latest leg surgery went well, which means she can finally head home. The American skier broke her left leg during a downhill race at the Winter Games last week and needed 3 surgeries to fix it. She'd already been competing on a ruptured ACL. And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Monica Ricks, and this is Bloomberg.